morning, Titans. It's Friday, March 3rd, and you're watching Cen10 News on our Titan TV channel. I'm Sylvia Dawkins.
And I'm Max Uhas. Life is hard. Sometimes what we deal with seems like the end of the world to us.
But, as we learned from one student's story, a change in perspective can help you get a grasp on reality and help you change your own outcome.
Clinton Patterson is part of this year's 2017 graduating class, but his story is a little more complicated than most.
My story probably starts whenever I was in elementary school, when I was with my mom, and I was about third grade. My stepdad had killed himself. At that time, I thought he was my real dad. So like, you know, you're like, hey, that's my dad, bro. Like, that's my dad that just died. But my mom started going on a downhill spiral. She started using like prescription drugs and stuff, and then CPS got called, and they got tied into it, and they made it worse.
Clinton was placed into foster care for 2 years until the 5th grade when he was reunited with his mother. They lived in Wiley for 1 year until moving to Frisco.
I was actually going to Centennial freshman year. I met Coach Grayson.
I met young Clinton Patterson as a young freshman. He was in my PE class. Fortunately, I've been able to have a lot of different avenues where I can be able to reach kids because I've been through a lot myself personally.
Me and him got to talking, man, and he had like the same life as I did. Like, he was having like the same problems, the same everything.
The thing about Clinton is now that you see him as a senior, he was lively as he is now, but he had a lot to deal with his own self. He had a lot of own personal battles and struggles that he was dealing with. He also went through some eating disorders and was struggling a lot just to kind of find who he was as a person.
The Christmas break, actually, and I got put in the hospital because I was at risk for a heart attack and stroke. And I was 65 pounds and I was giving food to my brother so he could live because we were at a bad point in our life, like a really bad point. We were getting kicked out of houses. We were living with my mom's friends.
He knows that he doesn't want to end up like his parents. Very tragic situations, and he's doing everything he can in his life to stay away from that path.
That coming up summer, me and my mom were living in a hotel still. We kept getting calls that she was going to sleep at work, coming in work drowsy. Sophomore year, my mom died that night she died of an accidental overdose. That was my world. My mom was my world. My mom was my everything. Like, I love my mama to death. Sophomore year came around, I was using drugs, alcohol. I did so much stuff that I wish I could never do. When you lose a loved one and you feel like you're doing the thing that you feel like alcohol and drugs are just gonna make it all go away, it honestly doesn't. I had no other opportunity. Either I had to go to military school or I had nowhere to go. So I got out of school sophomore year. That summer, I was gone. Junior year, I was gone.
I think he's a unique individual, full of life, passion, loves people, and he'll do anything for you. He'll give you the shirt off his back.
Coach Grayson always has my back. Like, Coach Grayson is like, he's like that father I wish I had, but I don't have. All the coaches and everyone that knows my story always has my back, and they're always trying to make sure I'm doing okay and make sure that I'm not falling back on old habits, and I love that.
We all know getting involved can improve your high school experience. Let's learn a little about some of these lesser-known clubs.
Hi, this is Vedika Bakker with Cen10 News. Many people tend to forget about the clubs we have here at Centennial. Let's go check out a few.
Well, it's where everyone can get together and get service hours, and we all kind of get together as one community and go out and do different volunteer projects.
Okay, so K-pop Club was basically us trying to start a club where it has a more diverse thinking of like what we listen to. With K-pop Club, it's more of like, oh, we listen to groups that have like seven to like 13 members in a group, so it just kind of varies.
So STEM Club is a way for a lot of people of any grade in the school to try and learn more about the different careers that are available in the world, so that they can have more access and understand what exactly all the elements of STEM Club, which are science, technology, engineering, and math, are about.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities to come and join the club. Just look for me or Monica if you guys know her, and yeah, you guys can just come have fun and have snacks.
Of course, it's for K-pop Club, it's mostly like whoever shows up. It's kind of like a free-range club. All you have to do is just show up to a meeting, and then and then what we mostly do is, at the moment, we're trying to learn dances to certain songs.
Yeah, we're always open. people can join anytime. We're very open to new members joining, and it's a really good way to broaden the experience to everybody and get the word out.
This is Cen10 News with Vedika Bakre.
Most clubs won't be meeting next week, so we asked students where their dream destination would be over the break.
This is Josh Esparza with Cen10 News, and as you can see, it's a pretty relaxing day on the beach. We decided to interview some CHS students and find out where they would go if they could during the spring break. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Probably Spain, because I've seen pictures and it's really beautiful, and I would love to learn Spanish, and I think it's really pretty, so.
I would go to New York because I really would like to major in New York University there.
I would probably go to London because it's my favorite place, and I love the city and the people there and everything about it.
I'd go to Korea because I was born there, and I like the food there, and I like the culture.
Probably to Amsterdam because it's a really pretty place, and it seems very lovely.
If I could go anywhere in the world, I would want to travel to the Caribbean because I love the beach and boats and water and the warm weather that is there.
I would go to Ireland because I think the accent there is really cool and it's really pretty.
I'd probably go to Australia just because I lived there for a couple of years, but I was a little kid, and so I don't remember anything, but it'd be cool to go back and see it.
This has been Josh Esparza with Cen10 News.
If the longest distance you plan on traveling next week is from your room to the fridge, perhaps you could venture out to see a movie.
Will has what to watch during your break.
Hello Titans, it is I, your host, Wilson Tarpley, and this is Cen10 Movie Previews. First up, after a 12-year absence, King Kong finally returns to the big screen in Kong Skull Island. Set in the 1970s, Kong Skull Island follows a group of adventurers. Such adventurers such as Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, and Tom Hiddleston, and more as they attempt to investigate the titular island, which is filled with all sorts of creepy crawlies and Kong himself. First up, the effects are solid. Kong looks amazing, and the adventure seems to be filled with all sorts of white-knuckled tension and monstrous adventure. Give this one a look when it comes out near you on March 10th. Up next is a reboot of everyone's favorite childhood heroes, the Power Rangers. Set in the modern day, the film follows a group of teenagers as they gain superhuman abilities and get the alien creature Zordon, who takes them under his guidance. Let's see some good effects, if somewhat more obviously CG. The film also has an impressive cast, including Elizabeth Banks, Bill Hader, and more. This one looks like it could be fun. This one morphs into a theater near you on March 24th. Give it a look. Finally, up next, we have what is believed the anticipated space opera of all time. No, not Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Set 2 months after the first film, this one follows Star-Lord and friends as they cruise around the universe, meet Star-Lord's father, and fight all sorts of new monstrous allies while picking up some new recruits. Such new recruits include returning members Yondu and Nebula, and the new character Mantis, as was recently revealed in the newest trailer. Also boasting even better effects than before, the action in this one seems to have been ticked up a notch, and it still looks funny as ever. Give this one a watch when it comes out on May 4th in a galaxy near you. Well, Titans, that's all for now. Looks like we'll be having some cinematic experiences here while at Centennial. Well, not here exactly, but you get the point. Well, until then, I'm Wilson Tarpley, and this has been Cen10 News Movie Previews. Till next time.
Eat too much popcorn? Not ready for swimsuit season?
Here's Patrick with some workout tips.
Professional bodybuilders train all year to look good for one day at competition, but you have it harder. If you're like most pros, spring break is your Olympia, which means you have to be in top physical condition for an entire week at the beach. Lucky for you, after years of inhumane testing on myself, I have discovered the perfect workout to keep on for your entire week in South Padre. This is 225. First exercise, bench press. If for some reason a natural disaster were to hit the gym and you can only do one exercise, make it bench. Pull-ups. Well, I got 3 words for you. invisible lat syndrome. That's when you get your back so pumped that you physically can't put your arms down. This gives you the illusion of looking huge. And don't you know, looking huge is better than actually being huge. Arms. I've saved the best for last. You need to knock out a bare minimum of 5 sets of curls before you even think of stepping foot on the beach. Now, it may be a sin to look this good. There's no greater sin than not hitting your tries after your buys. Hanging knee raise. Abs are the only muscles that girls know. But you hate hitting abs. But you have to hit at least 1 to 1.5 sets. So it makes it look like you actually have abs. And that about covers it. Repeat this as many times as you need to achieve your glory swole. Call me Donald Pump. Send that to Russia.
Good morning, Titans. I'm Silas, starting with your week sports update. The wrestling season wrapped up last weekend with Centennials taking 3rd place in one of the closest races in history. Individual awards are listed in the shout-out section of our website, Cen10news.com. In softball news, the Lady Titans varsity opened against Frisco Tuesday, winning 5-3. The JV team exterminated the Raccoons 14-0. The Lady Titans face Liberty on Monday. Come out and support CHS Fields and show the Lady Titans some love. Basketball season wrapped up recently. Ariana Garcia caught up with one of our Lady Titans to see how her comeback went following her injury last year.
Good afternoon, this is Ariana Garcia with Cen10 News reporting on a Centennial Junior Varsity basketball game. I am here today with senior student Jocelyn Maldonado. How was your situation come to be?
I tore my ACL just on a regular game. I just went up for a layup and I kind of made a quick stop. And as soon as I went up, I felt a pop.
What was your initial reaction when you found out you needed knee surgery?
I kind of just took it just like, I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. What's done is done.
What was your inspiration to persevere through your situation?
Okay, so Paul George broke his leg before or after I tore my ACL. So that kind of like pushed me to think that I'm not the only one that got hurt. And he's a superstar and he got back and he's better now and he's playing hard. So that was my inspiration right there.
Throughout the whole process, what would you say was the biggest hardship you went through?
I think staying positive was the hardest because everybody has something to say. And I think what else was another one was therapy. Therapy was the hardest. Trying to get in your squats, and I was really weak and I would always shake and always want to give up, but somebody was there to always push me.
Today, Jocelyn is back on the court after having major knee surgery and lots of therapy to rebound and have a good season.
Thanks for watching this week's show. Be sure to check out our website, www.cen10news.com.
And follow us on Twitter at Cen10News.
Have a great spring break, Titans.
Go up a little bit. Patch. No, I'm saying like to where it starts at basketball.
Oh, right.
Yeah, basketball season. Basketball season wrapped up recently. Ariana Grande. Wait, hold on. Ariana Grande. I got.